Hi everyone, it's Kristi. I wanted to show you a mini haul before we get back to our piano roll journal. I'm going to call this one a sister haul. My sister is always sending stuff over to my house. She saves every garment tag, every postcard, gift card, envelope, everything she gets, little pieces of bubble wrap. She'll send it over here. Can you use this? Couple things that she just recently sent me are a big piece of zebra fur. She double dog dared me to make a journal cover out of it, so you may see that one in the future. I'm thinking 101 Dalmatians, only because of the black and white, but it does look more like zebra than Dalmatians. But anyway, I don't know what to do with it. The dog tried to take ownership of it, and since he's black, I had to get him off of it. I don't want it covered in dog hair. But she sent me over all these old files that she had, and you know, they're starting to fall apart where these little things fall out. I love these. These are great weight, and all I'm going to do is cut them down to 9x6, and I will have a stack of journal covers to either cover with fabric, cover with cardstock, or not cardstock, but paper, designer papers, collage, whatever. It'll make a wonderful base. And I've got, oh gosh, there's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 21, 24. There's at least 35 of them here. And so that's what I'm going to be busy doing later today, cutting those. And then she helped me find this lace that I want to share for you guys. This is going to be in my Etsy shop. Look at this stack. There's like 5 of these beige ones, and then there's some different colors. So I was going to go through them with you real quick. I have black. I think I'm going to use some of this in the journal that we're working on. But anyway, the patterns, let's see if I can find a white cardstock to put behind this, because I want to show you the patterns on these. This one is, it's on the coral side of hot pink, but not as peachy as the last one that I found. So, but this one has this kind of a pattern here. There's some more open weave, smaller weave. There's little tiny flowers. I'm not sure exactly what this design is supposed to be, but yeah, that one's nice. So I'll be putting some remnants of this in the store. Look for those. I've got a lot of cutting to do. And then this mustard one, oh my word. I'm not a really fan of yellow or orange. Those are my 2 least favorite colors. I'm trying to find the end of this one so I can show it to you. However, this is a gorgeous, very vintage yellow, and look at that motif. Let me get that on there for you. Big, giant roses, and you know how I feel about roses, so I can see this one coming up in a journal somewhere in the near future. It's on the brown side of yellow. I would say it's like a brown mustard color, but yeah, really, really pretty. So that one will also be going up in the store, and I should have gosh, I would think I would have at least 16 pieces going up. I haven't looked at this whole piece, but you know, they're remnants, so they're not always the same. So this next one is the black, and it's really pretty. It's very, very similar design. Yeah, it is the same design as the pink one. So, but this one I'm going to be using in our music journal, in our piano roll journal. I'll probably do some flips with it and maybe some trim or collage or whatever. But yeah, and then if I have any left, which I'm sure I will, because there's a whole chunk of it here. Oh, something stuck to my hand. Oh, it's on my ring. Okay. Yeah, then I will put some of those in the store as well. And then I have a ton of this to share with you. And this is a beige, creamy, no, not beige, but a creamy, not quite ivory, yeah, creamy color. You can see it in comparison to the white here. I'm trying to get that so you can see the pattern, but it's just flowers, 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 little tiny little flowers. So this one is beautiful. I can use this in pretty much every book I make. So I'm glad that I have a lot of this. So yeah, my sister's the shopper in the family. I'm not a shopper. So she's like, hey, do you need some of this? And she'll shoot me a picture and I'm like, yes, please. And so, yeah, she finds the goods. All right, so it's excellent to have a sister who supports your habits. So let's get back to our journal cover. I did Mod Podge this. Now, I only Mod Podged it once. I don't need it to be super durable. I just wanted it to be finished and kind of seal in those stitches. Now, it did kind of rough up the stitches, but I think it'll be okay. It's okay. Now, I trimmed down that little piece that was sticking out, and what I did was I squared it off and I tried to go in with a 1/4 inch circle punch, or not circle punch, you know, I can't find it right now, the corner punch. I think it's over there in my punch basket, and it didn't work right, so I took the 1/2 inch punch out and it worked perfectly, and I did not punch anywhere near the stitching. So hopefully you can see that it looks like I did it that way from the beginning. So I'm going to be putting an eyelet in here. I could not find the Craft Text. I found Craft Text covers that I had made when we did the cover series, but I couldn't find any black anywhere of anything. So I either don't have it or it's stashed away somewhere hiding. So I'm going to be using just what's here because it's nice and thick, and I'm going to put an eyelet in there and we will do a seam binding closure. So it'll wrap around this way. I had scored this at a 4 1/4, if you remember, and then I scored this at 8 3/4 here, and then I scored it again at 9. So I have a 1/4 inch gap here, which will help with wrapping around. And then this is going to curve, you know, as the journal gets fat. I've got enough pages that it should fatten up quite nicely. And then we'll do a wrap. I don't think I have any music charms. How sad is that? So I'm going to have find something cool to attach to the bottom of my wraparound seam binding. But anyway, I apologize. I forgot to turn my phone down. We're going to put this aside for a second, and we're going to work on the pages. I got some of the ephemera cut out. I didn't get all of it cut out because, you know, they want dinner every day here. So I've got some of it cut out. I've got to do the small tags and this one and then the envelopes. So actually I got 2 sheets of the 6 was all I got cut out. So, but that won't take me long. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coffee dyed. And I've got these background pages. Okay, so I folded that one so I could see the size of the book, but we can go ahead and fold these. And I like to fold them on my scoreboard because it just feels faster to me. So I can just line it up in the corner, and I don't have to worry about lining up the corners that I can't see so great. So This will go super quick. I will fast forward this part. I need to figure out which one I'd like for the middle, and I think I want to use this one for the middle, so I'm going to fold this one this way. I have trimmed this one down. This is the dictionary page. It says pianist and piano there. Pick a lock is also on here. I was just hoping there's nothing gross. Okay. The doily is perfect. Fits inside the 4 inches. This one does not. So I do want to fold this one back a smidge. So let me use this very carefully, and I'll just, I don't want to tear it. This is old music. It's not super old, but that will be a little pocket page. Okay, now I think I'm down to the 2 envelopes, so I need to glue this back together because it kind of falls apart during the coffee dyeing process. So let's, well, I came way up higher than I needed to. Yeah, there we go. Make sure it's not on the inside, which it is. Get that out. It's not as easy to rub this way, but it can be done. There we go. Okay. And as long as it dries, yeah, I think that's good. Okay, so I am just going to tuck this one in and put it in the signature the way it is. I'm pretty sure that it's within the, actually I just glue that whole thing down, 4 inches. There we go. So, yeah, more than enough. So I'm going to fold this one with the pocket side out, like so. Wow, that envelope's really wonky. I mean, it's not as noticeable once you get in the signature, but so it's not going to matter, but wow. Okay, so anyway, that's what I'm trying to say. It fits in the 4. All right, and then this one, this also needs to be glued back together. This one is not going to fit in the 4 because it is 8.5 inches. So I am going to tuck a little bit back on this one. So I'm going to glue this down. Very similar to what we just did in the last journal. So I'm gluing that down. Okay, and then we're going to, this time I'm going to put just a bead along the edge. You'd think I'd know by now how to glue these back together. And then along this edge. Little seep here, and it seems like it's going to be a huge mess when you first start rubbing because it kind of smudges, but as you keep going it starts to roll. So I glued this shut, okay, because I put glue across here. I didn't need glue on there. So let's get that part off. how to fix your mistakes, guys. Okay. Get those little things, and I'm going to flip it over and rub it on this side just to make sure I got it all. Yeah. It wouldn't really matter if that was glued because it's going to be in the fold. Alright, so let's do the pockets on the inside this time, because I did the other ones on the outside. Did I do these? Yeah, I did those on the outside. So let's try and get that as straight as we can. Not always possible to get it very straight. There we go. Okay. And then you can see I'm over almost 3/4 of an inch. So I think what I'm going to do is fold this back an inch. So let's line this up on the bottom here. I've done this about 1.25 inches before, so I think I'll go, maybe I'll split the difference and go 1 1/8 inches. It's not deep pocket, but it's enough to tuck, you know, a ticket or a small tag or something like that. Like that. And same thing on the other side. Like so. Okay, and then what I'm going to do on this one is sew around the entire perimeter of that one, and that'll lock down the pockets, and it'll also be decorative. So let me get that wrinkle out of there. There we go. Okay, so sew all the way around that one. It's on my list. Sew all the way around this one, just with a straight stitch. Okay. Sew all the way around that one. Do not sew this one. So that one's ready to go. I am not going to sew this one because it's just so thin, and I don't excuse me, I don't want to lose the page because that's the only one that says piano. I think I'm not going to sew around the coffee dyed ones because these are going to have this is where we're going to put our belly bands and pockets, etc. So they'll be decorative enough, so I'm not going to sew around those. And then we have our miscellaneous pieces, not going to sew around those. And then we have our decorative ones. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. How did I end up with 9? Let's look and see what we've got here. Let's save this one for ephemera and use this one. And we've got 2 of those. Let's save that one for ephemera. So I've got 7 background pages. This is the center. And then we'll do, let's see, that's a piano on the inside. So let's do this red one. Okay, although not that that matters, but what did I do for the ephemera? Did I do the black and white? Yeah, I did, so I want to put that in here. Alright, well, that's okay. I'm not going to worry about it because there'll be something in between. And then we'll do this one. No, let's do the gray. And then the red. Let's do the black, the red, the gray, and the music. Okay, that'll be cool inside the cover, I think. Like so. Yeah. So what I'm going to do with these now, because I have 7, I'm going to put lace trim, and I'm going to use my standard Kristi trim on these. And I'm going to do every other one. I'm not going to do every single one. But I need to see how much I can come over here because these are going to come out a little bit. I do have a little wiggle room, so if I come out maybe, you know, even if I do halfway, I'm still going to have plenty of room for the ribbon. So, all right, let me do that and I'll get back to you. Okay, I'm back. I have sewn on the lace of every other designer page. I didn't leave that one hanging out too far. I thought this was the last page, but I guess it's not going to matter. I was thinking I might put tabs on these, but I'm not sure I'll have enough room, so I may use the tabs on the ephemera, you know, for journal cards or whatever. So I think I want to put the small envelope, or well, this isn't the small envelope, but by the time I fold it, it's almost the same size. I think I'm going to put this one in the middle. So we'll have that one, and then let's do the ledger. And actually, you know what, before I do that, I'll get confused. I need to do the coffee dye first. Otherwise, I won't be in the right rhythm. There's 6 of the coffee dyed, so these are going to go in between. There's not going to be one of these in the center. So, let's see. And these are all different colors, so I think some of them are actually tea dyed as well, because there's kind of a green tint to some of them, and then the dark brown tint. Of course, I guess it depends on the kind of tea you're using as well. I'd like to try some passion tea and see what color pink it comes out. Maybe I'll try that on my next batch and see. All right, so I've got the coffee dye in there. Okay, so let's try it. We want this envelope right side up. Okay, pockets here, tucks here in the middle. And then I'm going to put the ledger paper and then the coffee dyed paper. I guess I could have remembered that. Okay, and then, right? No. So, miscellaneous, designer, coffee. That's why, okay. And then miscellaneous, designer, and coffee. And let's do the music paper next. Which way do we want this? Let's go music or miscellaneous, designer, and coffee. And miscellaneous, designer, and coffee. And miscellaneous, designer, coffee. Let's do the doily next. Miscellaneous. I think that doily will look really cool with this coffee dyed paper. Designer, coffee, and then we have the dictionary and the designer paper. Okay, that looks good. And it's already going to be quite chunky, so that's going to be fun. And this definitely is going to have to, you know, in fact, I may score another line just to give it a little bit more, and then maybe I'll score in between just to kind of round it out. That's what I was doing the other day, experimenting with that. If I score every 16th or 8th, is it 1/8 of an inch? What's on here? I think it only goes to 1/8 of an inch, yeah. But it gives it a little bit of a rounded appearance, and I might do that here too, just like an 1/8 on either side. Although I don't probably need to because of sewing in. But I'm just trying to see if I have this tucked in really tight. I do like the size of that. Then it's going to be like this. Yeah, I still have plenty of room for stuffage. Okay, So that's going to be fun. And then here we'll have the eyelet and the wraparound closure, and yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and sew this in and cut out the rest of the ephemera, and then we'll be back tomorrow and start adding our ephemera, decorating the pages. So yeah, and I think I'm going to go ahead and sew around all the tags and such as well, just to keep in with the theme. So, all right, thanks for watching. See you next time.